Hi, I'm Bunny Cakes and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a review for The Dark Tower of the Gunslinger. This is the first book in Stephen King's Dark Tower series. This is a really good book. It follows a character named Roland, who is the gunslinger. Um, on the beginning of his journey to the Dark Tower, and it goes into how he became a gunslinger and a little bit of his history, and you learn a little bit of why he's chasing the man in black, and you just get absorbed into this whole world, and you meet all sorts of interesting characters along the way. Um, you also learn a lot of different cultural aspects of the world, and you see some ways that the world that Roland lives in is connected to our world. And at certain points, it almost seems less like a Western and more like a Western future themed world of ours because of some of the references you see. There's references to like the Beatles, and there's like gas station logos and company logos from, our world. And it's really just an amazing book. And also, the books in the entire series, at least so far that I've read, all have really amazing illustrations in them. The illustrator for this book was an artist named Michael Whalen, and let me show you some of the pictures in this book. They are all so well done, so intricate, and so, well, I'm not going to show that one, it's kind of graphic. Here's another. It's amazing. And you can definitely see the influences that Stephen King had from books like Lord of the Rings. In fact, in the beginning of the book, there is an argument about, it's called an argument. It's like an essay that was added to it where he talks about his inspiration and why he wrote the book and the reason the book has grown so much. And interesting tidbit, the Gunslinger movie is coming out very soon. I'm sure that you've all seen commercials for it. Idris Elba is playing the Gunslinger, and Matthew McConaughey is playing the Man in Black. And from what I've read, it is supposed to be kind of like a sequel to the entire series. So I am trying to read as deep into the series as I can. So look forward to more review videos. And yeah, it looks really interesting. I will link that to some of the trailers that have been released for the movie down below. It is just such a good book, and I can't say enough about it. Some of their speech is weird, and you have to get used to it. You have to be prepared for it. I didn't realize that was a part of it. Oh, here's another really pretty picture. I didn't realize that that was a part of it until I got into it, and there were a couple of times where I was confused by the speech, and I was like, I don't know if that's a real word or not. And then I would look it up, and it's not technically a real word. But yes, it's so amazing. And at the time I'm recording this video, I've actually read deeper into it than this book. I read this book last year. I think I read it for Emojiathon, round 1 last year. But I wanted to include this review on my YouTube channel because I plan to post reviews for the rest of the series, and it seemed odd to not post a review for the very first book in the series. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I loved this book. It was amazing, and I highly recommend it. Whether you read it before you watch the movie like I'm doing, or if you read it after, it is so amazing, and you will not be displeased, especially if you like books like Lord of the Rings, but also if you like Westerns. And you don't have to like both of those things. I don't particularly like Western novels, but I really love this series. That said, I do really like high fantasy, like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and stuff like that. So I lean toward that side of it, but the whole thing is amazing. And seeing the different connections to not only our world, but other worlds that Stephen King has created has also been a really fun and interesting um, sort of Easter egg hunt for me as I've read through. And so I hope that's something that you enjoy too. If you've read this book or if you want to read this book, comment down below. We'll discuss it. And thank you for reading. Or keep reading. I keep messing that up.